It's MERMAY. Well, it's the end of May, and I should have made this video at the beginning of the month, but I do realize that I have a lot of mermaid dolls that I really like. Now, they all have human bodies now. That's what I gave them, because what am I going to do with a fishtail? Even though I have saved some of the moldings, these are all Mattel dolls. Yes, 100% Mattel. And some of them are mix and match. Well, they're all mixed and matched, actually, because I had to take their tails off or add tails to them that you'll see for some of them. But this is my collection of my favorite mermaid dolls, and I'm really surprised at how many of my favorite dolls are actually mermaids. None of these dolls have any clothes on. I'm not wearing a shirt. I should be doing this video in the pool, but I guess the pool isn't really ready in May anyway. I mean, it kind of is. I don't have the chlorine in it yet, but I have it uncovered and cleaned and stuff. But perhaps there'll be more reviews in the pool. None of these dolls have any clothes on, so if you're afraid of that, run away now, because I wasn't going to dress these, and they're mermaids. They don't need any clothes, or mermen, in fact. Alright, I think that what we have to start with is it's this collection, and I guess we'll get some of the mermen out of the way. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to see that I have 3 different bins. I guess we should start of actually 4 bins, but I guess, well, 3 bins and some specials. But yeah, 3 different bins of 3 different classifications of different mermaid dolls that I have. So this set, this is an incredible set. It was a color reveal series where they had tails and you would put them in, but there were 2 dolls in this collection. There were 6 in total, actually. Oh no, there's 3 in this collection that were beyond. They're like the best favorite dolls also in this collection. Most of my dolls don't have any hair, and there's going to be a lot of them where I shaved all the heads of my dolls, but there's something about mermaids and mermaid hair, and there's something about the hair that they gave these dolls. Like, look how long this hair is. This isn't even the best type of hair, but it's so soft and it's long. So even when you're having nylon hair, it can be really great. If it depends on the length, can make it like fall better and look better. And she's just so surreal. The fact that these 2 came on these very, very pale skin just makes them really more surreal. Now, again, these are color reveal heads taken from mermaid bodies and put on WW superstar bodies. So these were wrestling girl dolls, if you're unfamiliar with my channel or these dolls. These are this is my favorite Mattel body ever made. So dolls made by Mattel, wrestling girls. They have really big hands and really big forearms. But they have proportionate feet, unlike Barbie. So I really like that. And they're just more shapely, and they fit into Barbie clothes really well. In fact, they wear Barbie clothes even better because their curves are all in the better places. And just 2, like, her long red hair, like she's like a modern day Ariel, and she's like some kind of surreal alien mermaid goddess, which is like so much just pale hair and the pale skin, and it's long, and one of the only times. So if I'm not mistaken, these 3 came in the same set, so there would have been 3 others with like some kind of curly hair, or I didn't like their faces very much. These 2 faces are very unique and very, very special. She could even probably be classified for AAPI month, which is also the month of May, and hopefully I do another video on that tomorrow. But this guy, our first man in a color reveal, our first boy, and it was also our first our first merman. I guess that's not also, but really he was really, really cool. Oh, I guess the first merman. He wasn't the first merman though. First merman with hair. Yeah, okay. First merman with hair and first man in the color reveal. Now I have him on a Superman Batman body. This is the same skin tone. I ran out of the new Made to Move buff body, but this is it's basically the same. It has less articulation, but it was the body, my preferred favorite man body before they put out the buff one, and also I like the the Max Steel body, which I use quite a bit. But so many tangents I go off on. Anyway, this head, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this was one crazy set of really cool dolls. So some of my favorite dolls of all time from the same wave of color reveal. Like, he's so cool. And yeah, I don't know why I don't have him on one of the better bodies, but I guess I put him on this body before, and there's only so many buff bodies to go around. I can always swap out his head, put it on one of those better bodies, but just so he was represented. Uh, he always has to be on a body. So I have one closed fist. Superman came with this, and then I just added another hand. You can see that this guy had gloves because this was the Batman body. Superman came with closed fists. Batman came with black closed fists, unfortunately, on this body, but it's a perfect skin tone, and so is this skin tone. So I was lucky enough to get one from the full collection, and I did open that on the Too Hunky channel, I believe, because it was quite a while ago that those came out. So you can check out that color reveal mermaid series. But luckily I thrifted another one of these, and because I don't like hair, and I just wanted to on myself and also on my dolls, because it's just so hard for me to contend with, I put it on one of the new movie Ken doll bodies, which they've been using this body a lot, and there's something about this body that I like. Like, I like the buffer superhero action bodies, like the buff Made to Move, and like I said, the Max Steel bodies. Those are my favorite boy bodies. They're just, fantasy, surreal, muscular, like, it's aspirational. It's how I want to look. But this is probably more how I look. And also, I was talking about this in I think it was the haul video that I just did, where I needed to have a doll that can wear some of the clothes, because the buff Ken body cannot fit a lot of the clothes. Most of the pants aren't going to fit on him, so it's nice that I have a Ken doll that I actually like. And just like the WWE superstar girl bodies, this one has a similar amount of articulation, so I like it. And do they look good together? She's super muscular, but no, he's still manly enough for her. Is she only gonna date this guy because she needs him to be extra, or is this guy gonna be too beta for her? I don't know, but I like this body. And also, I've been putting these glasses on him. If you didn't see my tie-dye video, which wasn't too long ago, which is supposed to have many, many parts to it, I'm supposed to look at all of their accessories, but something that I noticed is the sunglasses from the tie-dye are actually boy sunglasses, because they fit on him so well. But I'm very happy with him, and I like his white hair. It's so unique, and now he looks like he's kind of balding or has plugs or something, but I don't mind that. And do I have my wig? I'm supposed to have my wig standing by. Oh no. My favorite wig to show you. I'm gonna have to, let me go see if I can find that. Okay, found it. We'll get back to that. We have to continue on with the other. Oh no, it's coming up really, really soon though. Okay, so there's the two Odile. It's crazy that these came out in the same set too. So yeah, wow, that's my first three favorite mermaids are from a collection that came together, and these two are also from the same collection. And I also kept their hair, which I can't shave Odile's hair, can I? Because this is it's so strange, it's so odd when the whole doll community can agree on something and everyone agrees that this, even me, which I always have the strangest takes on everything, and I don't like what other people like, but these, and I tried not to like them. Because they were so popular, I was like, no, I wasn't like, I knew from the very beginning that they were amazing. And I think it was a price thing, or they were hard to come by. Oh yeah, and I didn't think I was going to get them in Canada, and they're still pretty rare in Canada. I've never seen them in store, but they are available on Amazon. So that's where I picked them up. And I didn't buy the other two mermaids because I'm trying to be good, even though the other two, there's a Millie and one other one that's a curvy one on a darker complected skin. They're nothing special. These are special, and I have in fact added the other Playline Odile in because I try to, do things economical, and the blonde Odile with the fashion packs, which I ordered a long time ago, but not when she was in stock, and not when she was available in Canada really, really early on, before the rest of the world had that pack. And I stopped myself, I guess because it was a bit expensive, because it was a more deluxe set with more fashions and stuff on it. But I have ordered it, but it hasn't been in stock for months, so I'm just waiting on getting that other one. She's not a mermaid though, but she has mermaid sisters. Oh, that would be a good segue for the mermaid sisters. But no, we have to finish the color reveal. All right. So this is where I might lose you, because I shaved all of their heads, and this is something that the doll community did not like. So many people commented on my Instagram pictures when I was posting these and saying that they were hideous and they were a mistake. And I mean, they had pretty bad hair. They did have bad hair. Those all have really soft hair and really amazing hair, which is why they still have their hair. But I don't like hair, and especially if the hair quality is bad. It can't ever look good. It's hard to take pictures. So I shaved the heads of this series, and this is a full collection. Again, I would have reviewed this whole collection and opened them together on the channel, and they were color reveal. It's a bit chilly here, luckily, today in Canada, because it is still May, so all of their special features are activated. But they have some of the coolest heads. Like, I was able to downsize and get rid of some of the, it's really weird for me not to keep a full collection, and I just kept the ones that I liked. But here I had to keep the full collection, and then I made them even better, in my opinion. And they just have these weird alien mermaid makeup. Again, I had to put them on WWE strong, muscular, I don't know if they're robotic, but I think of these as robot alien mermaids, and that's why they're so cool, fembots. But they have the coolest faces. Here, let me put my glasses on so I can really appreciate them with you. Yeah, look at this. It's a Millie face, and then she's got these crazy makeup on, which is it's heat activated, so you can make them look normal. If you heat these up, you can make their faces look normal. But hers is a little more simple. The makeup is really bright though, and she's got the freckles on, so her face is really cool. And then this one's a really favorite one, so check out her. I guess is this a Teresa face, an old 90s Teresa? But look at the weird makeup and the weird designs on her face. And then there's this one. She's more of a rainbow eyeshadow. I don't know if you can see that because she's got darker skin complexion. But they're just really, really cool. And then there's this one. She had the best hair, and I felt the worst about cutting it off. And she's a good example to show you. So with some of the other color reveal, I love color reveal for their accessories and their skirts and stuff. So and their wigs. The original ones came with wigs. In recent years, when they put out color reveals, they give them rooted hair and you just dip their bodies in. But initially they had molded on hair, and that's a whole other video, which I believe I made on this channel too, of my molded hair collection. And I talked about yesterday in my haul video where there are some new Hasbro Barbie mashups where you make sculpt Play-Doh hair on them. So there's these new heads that have molded hair, and I'm so excited to get them. They come out in August. But because of my alien thing, my alien robot, I don't even mind these plastic shells that go around the wigs. It looks kind of weird, alien, spacey, fake. And even though this hair is quality, if I ever want some hair, I can make them look like crazy aliens, and they all look good with these wigs. I'm quite surprised at how good these wigs look on other sized heads. I notice that about wigs is when you squish them on heads that are a bit bigger or smaller, that they look like we won't talk about that, but we'll have to do a whole other wig video. Anyway, I like these without wigs. They can put on hats. I can do weird things without them. And then lastly, I'm not really sure if she's a mermaid. I think she might be a mermaid. I know she was a special edition. I thrifted her, so I didn't get all of the accessories or no, but I think she came from a really expensive play set, like maybe an advent calendar or just a really deluxe color reveal set. But her face is so cool, and I think, look, she looks like she has scales on her face. I think that the set was mermaid based. I don't remember. I did Google it when I found her, and I was really excited to find her. And there's two sets. That I definitely have to find the other one, but I can wait. I just think that she's really cool, and she looks like a alien mermaid anyway. All right, so if I haven't lost you already, if you're still here, we're moving on to Disney dolls, and I mean, there's only 3 that are mermaids. But before we get to the mermaids, maybe I can show you. This is a recent opening in the Slate video, which we're gonna talk about Slate in a second. I opened this video. We'll have to revisit her. But she looks so good in the expensive clothes, and we're going to be putting expensive clothes on inexpensive dolls really, really soon. But I love her in these jewel tones and stuff, so I did put her on a body, and I talked about that I might do that or not. And here's just another example of this is when Mattel took over the license of Disney, which happened just a couple years ago. They got the license back, and I have been buying selected ones, but this is another one where the hair isn't exceptional quality, but because it's so long, it looks so good. But she's, so Barbie style clothes on. I don't know who I'm putting my new Barbie style clothes on, but I think it might have something to do with these Disney princesses that I've put on WWE bodies. But the ones that we're here to talk about today are Ariel and her sisters. Now this set is also newer, so I guess I did do that review on this channel. This is mermaids keeping their hair. It's insane. I kind of want to remove their hair. Ariel looks really, really good. I think that even I think I saw some like some kind of Instagram post where they're even making the faces look even better in the new generations of the Mattel Barbie princess or Disney princess they're putting out. But this was a 3-pack with Ariel and her sisters, and I knew that I had to get it because it looked Ariel's sisters just I'll show you them in a second. But I had to give her a high pony, which is something that I usually did with the dolls before I started shaving their heads, and I do still have a collection of more. But these scrunchies that came with that one set, Evelyn sent me these. She did not send me the pink one. She kept the pink one for herself, unfortunately. So I have to either find this set, which it was really kind of inexpensive. It was, you know what? There was a Mermaid t-shirt. This is all full circle. There was a Mermaid t-shirt in that set. So it's like it comes with a silver dress, and it comes with all these hair things that you do with the hair up, and it comes with a vest or something. And anyway, a very common set, found at all of the off-prices stores. I never bought it, and you can get it in 2 skin tone variations. There's a dark complected one, and there's a millie complected one. But she, I'm missing. I don't have the red scrunchie for her now. So with Ariel it was easy because her hair was down and I just put it up in a ponytail, so that's why she looks like that. And I think that the red looks so good. Look, primary colors, red, yellow, red, yellow, and blue all together. So the yellow one suits her really fine. And then this girl came with a blue scrunchie. No, I'm not. This is the first time that I really spent way too much. Well, it's not the first time that I spent way too much time. This is why I shaved all of. Anyway, I don't even remember how her. I think she had bangs, and it's not perfect because you can see the tiny little bit of bang. I wanted to give her a little 50s bump, and I don't know if she originally had a 50s bump, and I couldn't recreate. Oh yeah, maybe it was a smaller one. Anyway, I had to take her hair out, I had to rinse it, and then I flat ironed it, and then it's still, there's something about the texture. I don't know if it needs a trim or something. And then also I don't like how I can see the elastic band, yeah, underneath the scrunchie. But so I might have to do it again. I hate the hair. I just want to have it in. She was really hard because of this. I like this though so much because she looks so 1950s. She looks like so early Disney movie, 1930s even. And then the bump is so cool. War times, I guess 1940s would be how these two, they look like singers from the war. Both of her sisters. So she was really easy. Oh, I didn't have to do anything to her because she was perfect, and her hair wasn't. It's all really stapled down really nicely, and they had the elastic. But I didn't have a red scrunchie to cover this part of her hair, but she doesn't really need it because it is so nice, and she looks really, really good. And they, especially the two sisters, look at their pretty eyes, and they're really cartoony. Their heads are really big, which kind of works out really well on these WWE bodies because they are a bit more sturdy and muscular. So I do like how they translate. But those are two very special dolls that I like very much. But they need to have some clothes on, and I should be using them. Maybe they need to be dressed up in some fashions, and I should have been dressing them up in fashions all May. And I don't know what's going on. I don't like how that hair, it's so then all the flyaways, and then sometimes it's really soft, but sometimes it's like, and I don't know, gets kinks in it, and and then there's this part, I have a hard time dealing with the hair. Alright, and then the last favorite mermaids are kind of special to me too, because I had a huge Monster High collection, and I got rid of most of it. You know what? I do have that. I have to find her. I'm gonna probably sell her. There was a Monster High mermaid, the original one. Her name. It wasn't the original one. I'm going to show you the original one. But there was a mermaid and a centaur, and I guess, I forget, and a moth, I guess, were the three. They were so cool. They were what totally made me start buying Monster High. But before all of that, they had Create a Monster, and I have the whole Create a Monster collection, and I loved the Create a Monster collection, but I also love Cave Club Slate, and the fact that his little body fit perfectly into the Create a Monster add-on sets was amazing. And I don't know if you've seen this collection of, I've done videos on here and on my other channel about my little godly Cave Club Monster High monster mashups, and I love that collection. It's like I made a toy line out of the different Mattel toy lines by mashing them together and making something that they weren't making me. No toy company is making me, like little weird gods. And this is the Siren collection, so it was an add-on pack. So it was just separate body parts that you would add on to existing Monster High dolls because there was no torso. So it was the perfect collection for me to take all of these extra heads and accessories and add them to Slate. So the Cave Club Slate body. So just weird, shirtless gods. I don't know. Like, I mean, it looks like he has makeup on and stuff, but that's kind of what like Egyptian gods and stuff look like. So I kind of love this collection that I've made. You can check out other videos on that. I'll try to link those at the end. And also the fact that his torso fit perfectly. His waist was the exact size to snap into this tail. All I had to do was take off his legs, and the two pegs on his hips fit perfectly into this mertail. So this is, and he's got this Barbie rock and roll necklace on that just works so good, and fins from I think it was from this collection, or yeah, it was one of the Mermaid color reveal collections these fins are from. So this is cute. His bracelets have changed over the years, and his necklace has changed over the years with different accessories, but he's pretty cool. And then also in that collection, which I guess also counts, was a sea monster. Yes, I believe it's called a sea monster. So just by adding other mermaid accessories on this, other Monster High accessories from sea monster sets, is probably, no, I think that came from another color, Create a Monster High Create a Monster collection. Anyway, this counts. Sea monsters are also mermaid. I guess sea monsters aren't mermaids, but cool. There just happens to be two ocean creature monsters in my collection, so they are also a favorite. This is such a fun box of mashups. Anyway, so this is a shorter video for me. Yeah, sweet. And it's my mermaid collection. I like them, and I should spend more time dressing up these mermaids. I definitely want to spend more time with Ariel and her sisters, and I should probably figure out some kind of robot hat kind of thing. Yeah, there's lots of fun. Maybe I should also look into making wigs and stuff, because I want molded on hair. Oh yeah, molded hair. I should experiment with hot glue and making molded hair wigs. Oh, but I do have molded hair wigs. Anyway, we'll save wigs for another day. Oh yeah, I've got lots of wigs. We'll look into wigs, bald Barbies. That'll be a video in the far future. I don't even mind that my dolls are all stubbly and have holes in their hair. The hair had to come out anyway. Maybe one day I'll change my mind. It wasn't good quality hair. I would have had to reroot it anyway, so maybe one day we'll do that too. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this a very weird, shirtless, naked doll collection video. But these truly are some of my favorites. I hope to see you tomorrow for AAPI, the last day of AAPI month, where I should at least open that one favorite Asian doll that I own, even though she's old. So I should open her with a fashion pack or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a quick, fast video opening an old doll that nobody wants to see me open. I've talked way too much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again real soon. Until then.